Hey there, welcome to day 110 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we're talking about physical growth like we have been the entire month, and disease, illness, health, etc. Our action item today is going to be to think about and share one illness or one disease or one event that's happened in your life that had an impact on your physical growth. I've got a whole bunch. I was just actually sitting here and mapping out a little lifeline timeline of things. And I just broke it down by childhood, teens, my 20s, 30s, and 30s and 40s I clumped together. And then when I was 50, I had a sudden cardiac arrest. And at 59, I became legally blind. But I forgot a whole bunch of stuff and started filling it in. And I'm like, oh, I should think about some of this stuff. But as far as my physical growth and development being impacted the most, I would say it was probably in my early 20s when I got really, really sick and they weren't sure what was wrong with me, but I had kidney challenges. Turns out I had a huge kidney stone that needed to be operated on because it was blocking my ureter tube. And so they had to take that out and send it in and have it analyzed. That gave me some setbacks. Also in my 20s, I had vision challenges, arthritic, really bad arthritic and systemic challenges. They kept me bedridden for a while until I decided that I had had enough and the doctors weren't going to figure out what was wrong with me. And it was up to me to take control of my health and figure it out. And that's when I finally started getting better. It's like, I was like, done with this. My life's been on hold long enough. And that, as far as my physical growth and development, I would say that is probably the period where I personally had the most struggles with my physical health and well-being. Well, and then, sudden cardiac arrest. I was in a coma, so I didn't really struggle that much with it. Just was a matter of making lifestyle changes after that event to make sure that it didn't happen again. And then I would still be here to talk to you today. So as far as disease and illness, I think some of the most important things we need to keep in mind are as soon as we notice something is wrong and not right with us, and only we will know when a lot of things happen. A lot of times we go on for quite a while kind of ignoring the signs and symptoms that something's off or not right. But we need to get better at recognizing that and then getting professional help when appropriate, right? If I don't know if any of my, if any of the things have happened in my life, I don't know if I would have faced up to it and noticed it earlier, it would have made a difference at all. Because a lot of the things that I've had, the sudden cardiac arrest, absolutely positively medical intervention saved my life. And the only reason I'm here is because of the new technology and freezing things and coma and all this stuff that they can do that, had it happened 20 years ago, I wouldn't be here. But our physical growth is 100%, not 100%, but it's very impacted by our nutrition, our environment, and our genetics. And I think that science would say that more and more now, genetics has less of an impact and is less important than the other two factors right now. The choices we make, the lifestyle choices we make in terms of exercise, what we put into our body, what we eat, what we drink, the habits we have the greatest impact on our lifestyle. Now, everybody's going to say, well, what about my friend that did everything right and then died of cancer? I don't have an answer for that, right? I don't think anyone does because maybe then genetics did play a bigger factor in that person's life and experience than in others. But environmental considerations, where we live, socioeconomic status and things, stress, pollutants have a huge impact on us, our health, our wellness, our disease, our illness. I mean, think of all these areas that are polluted and have made, hundreds of people or thousands of people in a community sick. That isn't a coincidence. That's totally environmental. So today, all we're going to do is we're going to think about, just like I did this morning, okay, what is my overall health been like? What illnesses have I had and what diseases have I had? So I just did like a little timeline. In my childhood, I had lots of infections, like little cuts would get infected like any other active kid. And I was definitely an active tomboy child. I got bumps and bruises and fell off my bike and fell off the horses and, all kinds of things. So things like that. I would get slivers. We used to run across our family room floor, which was an old-fashioned wood floor, and I'd get big old slivers in my feet, but we would still do it anyway. In my teen years, I didn't really write down much. Typical growth spurt stuff, although I'm only, 5'1.5", so I don't know that I grew that much. In my 20s is when I had a lot of challenges, a lot of problems. I had my first eye surgery in my 20s. I had my kidney surgery in my 20s. I was bedridden for a couple of years in my 20s. 20s were tough decade for me. 30s and 40s, raising my family, raising my kids, busy running through my life. So I didn't have a whole lot of time and energy. And if I did, I was running through my life so fast, I just ignored and didn't pay attention to things, which is probably what led to my sudden cardiac arrest at 50. Then at 59, legally blind. 2021, or 2020, no, December 2020, I had COVID for the first time before they even knew it was COVID. And then this last January, the whole family got COVID over the holidays. And it was actually much milder than the first time I had it. The first time I had it, it was like 3 weeks down. And the second time, I think maybe 2 days. I didn't feel really good. But I didn't miss a day of anything. I just kept moving during this year's COVID. But the first one, luckily the family was traveling and Christmas. And I remember just laying on the couch, not even moving except to get up and go to the bathroom. That was a bad one. So that's it for today. Think about your experience with respect to illness and disease. And if you can find out, okay, well, what might have impacted that? Maybe I was in a different environment. Maybe I was making different choices. Like in my 20s, maybe partying and drinking in college and things contributed negatively to my health, or maybe it triggered some of my health challenges. I don't know. Never figured that out. Just got better. All right. That's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, there's a write-up and guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group, as well as Jack's story as he went through the different phases of his life, different diseases and accidents and things he's had. Fortunately, I've not been in a lot of accidents, a couple little car accidents, but not really big accidents where I've been hurt. Never broken a bone. I'm knocking wood, or I guess I'm knocking wicker, because I don't want to ever break a bone. Find some wood somewhere. All right, I'm really not superstitious. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, have a fantastic day.